So I found Bianchi's article, Is Anyone Doing the Housework, to be a great tie-in with the chapter reading, and also very insightful, but at the same time kind of disheartening in terms of like prevailing gender roles and distinctions. His study that he did showed that being married, one, increases housework hours for women, not men, and that the presence of children increases the hours of housework for women and not men. And the third, that wives who are more than 2 years younger than their husbands do more housework than wives who are the same age, or I guess older than their husbands. I found this last statistic interesting, and I feel like it had to do with like the power complex that was discussed in our textbook, and also I think Bianchi might have brought it up because women who are younger logically might hold less power than their husband who's older, and so the husband who's more powerful feels the need to do less housework because he kind of holds that um, hidden like power over his wife, and I can kind of see that when I look at my own life and growing up with my mom and my stepdad. My mom is about 8 years younger than my stepdad, and she's the one who does the laundry, dishes, she cleans, and my stepdad kind of his domain is outside doing lawn work, maintenance, repairs, things like that. So he would rarely really help my mom out with more of the inside tasks unless she like really needed his help and asked. And I feel like the gendered atmosphere in my house, it could have been increased by the fact that maybe I grew up with two younger sisters. And so my stepdad is the only male in the house. So maybe he feels the need to kind of assert his masculinity more. And that was another thing the textbook brought up about the balance of masculinity and everything. So I thought maybe that could explain why there was a more gendered atmosphere in my house. Maybe because he was surrounded by all women and he kind of had to assert his maleness. Um, but a side note is that I'm not sure how this maybe ties in, but my mom would be the one who paid all the bills, even though I thought that was interesting because my stepdad made the majority of the household income, yet my mom was the one who paid all the bills. So I don't know, there's a lot to be said about gender differences and how that prevails in the house. And I thought in the home life, in your home life, and I thought that um, the chapter and both the essays were very interesting and brought up a lot of good points about socialization and how we learn certain gender distinctions as we grow older. So, yeah, that's all I have.